Hi guys, this is Mark Rodriguez. I'm going to tell you some stuff about Spider-Man that I read about lately, and I want to get some of your thoughts. This is about Spider-Man, what's going on in the real comic books, not other things. And I know it's kind of late. I'm kind of late to the party on this one. And for all you comic book guys out there, this is not big news. This is not anything new for you guys. But this is mostly for my friends and fans that only know about Spider-Man from like the movies or the new cartoons and stuff like that, and not so much about like the actual Marvel Universe in the comics. First of all, the main issue for Spider-Man has always been Amazing Spider-Man. That's always been his main comic book series. I mean, I know we've had like Spectacular Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man, Big Time Spider-Man, Avenging Spider-Man, and all of those, but the main one has always been the Amazing Spider-Man, and that one's coming to an end soon at issue number 700. After that, we're going to have a new comic book called Superior Spider-Man that's going to start off his new adventures and all that stuff. But the biggest thing is that it's not the Spider-Man that we know and love, or at least it sounds like it won't be. Now, first of all, when I mention Doctor Octopus, you guys mostly think about this guy right here. The old, the scientist guy with four arms, running around, blowing shit up, robbing banks, and doing all kinds of machinery and stuff like that. But currently, as of, I don't know, last year or the last couple of years, Doctor Octopus now looks like this. This old, fragile, sensitive old guy stuck in this, like, I guess, life support suit, clinging to the last of his life. And, now his plans are more sinister and more grandiose. He's, like, trying to actually destroy the whole world. And, the latest comic book, the latest arc he had was called Ends of the Earth, in which he was going to destroy the world, and Spider-Man had to stop him one last time. It's supposed to be like their final epic battle, because even back then the people knew that as they get closer to issue 700, they were going to end Amazing Spider-Man around there. So issue number 698 starts off with Spider-Man being happy and swinging around and just enjoying life. He's cool and all that good stuff. While Doctor Octopus, after what happened to the last story, he's in this hospital for supervillains, basically on his last hours of life. He's all old, fragile, he's dying. And he's calling out for Peter Parker. Not Spider-Man, but Peter Parker, So the Avengers show up, because in case you guys don't know, Spider-Man is actually not only a member of the Avengers, he is also a member of the Future Foundation, which is the Fantastic Four. It's like their new name they gave themselves. So the Avengers show up and tell Spider-Man that Dr. Octopus is dying, but he's calling out for Peter Parker, not Spider-Man. So he goes to visit him, I guess, pay his last respects or whatever. And here's the big shocker. The shocker is that the Dr. Octopus that is in bed dying is actually Peter Parker. Somehow, I guess he has Peter Parker's mind, consciousness, soul, or whatever the hell trapped in that fragile dying body, while the young and spirited Spider-Man is actually Dr. Octopus, enjoying the most of his life because now he has the body of the young and muscular and energetic Peter Parker and stuff like that. It's not explained how this happened, when this happened, like mind transfer or what the fuck, but that's the thing. And Peter Parker basically dies while still being stuck in Dr. Octopus's body. Now in the next issue, he does get like brought back to life, resuscitation and stuff, and he does have some kind of plan. Since people think he's Dr. Octopus, he's going to try to enlist some of the other villains, I think like the Lizard and Morbius and stuff, and do whatever to try to get his body back. But what I'm hearing here from other people, other sources, is that apparently no matter what happens, that's how it's going to be. At the end of issue 700, Peter Parker's going to fail and die as Dr. Octopus, while Dr. Octopus starts a brand new life as Spider-Man. And I think people are saying that, like, Dr. Octopus is going to have a chance to redeem himself, or I don't know. He's going to, like, actually, like, in other words, instead of, like, trying to rule the world as Spider-Man, like an evil Spider-Man, he's actually going to try to fight crime and do good and, I don't know, I guess redeem himself while being in the body of Peter Parker / Spider-Man. And apparently the new series, The Superior Spider-Man, is going to be about that. So what do you guys think about that? Like, wow, what are your thoughts on that? It's kind of weird, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, well, first of all, lots of people are saying that, I mean, dude, that's low, because he's going to be banging Mary Jane, and she's thinking it's Peter Parker, and it's like, wow, Dr. Octopus not only did it with Aunt May, and Mary Jane, too. Wow. Okay, maybe he'll go out and tap the black cat, too, while he's at it. I don't know. But another thing is, isn't this weird? I mean, how's this going to be reverted back to normal if they choose to do that? Because I mean, come on, you guys read comics. I mean, Batman didn't die. He got just like knocked back through time or some crap. He's back now. Spider-Man, I mean, Superman didn't die. Remember that big thing in the 90s? Oh, he died. And no, he's back. How many times has Jean Grey died? I mean, I'm surprised she didn't come out in the Avengers vs. X-Men thing. I mean, I'm sure she'll come back next year or something. It's so weird. I mean, if they do somehow bring back Peter Parker and everything's back to normal or whatever, what's going to happen? Is Doctor Octopus going to die in his old body as it should be? Or is he going to come back in yet another body? Or I just don't know. And is it going to be weird that if they do fix it or whatever, that the first 20 or so issues of Superior Spider-Man are basically about Doctor Octopus and Spider-Man's body? And if it is permanent, isn't it going to be weird seeing all these, like, movies of Spider-Man and cartoons and stuff about Peter Parker while in the comic books is basically about Doctor Octopus stealing his life? It's just a weird thing, and I just don't know. And there's also the thing that Peter Parker dies in the main Marvel Universe, but wow, he also died in the Ultimate Marvel Universe. There was this epic story called The Death of Spider-Man where he basically dies trying to, I don't know, save the world from save his family members from the villains, and I guess he dies at the end. And now we got this black/Hispanic kid named Miles Morales, who's a new Spider-Man. So it's like, wow, Peter Parker dies in both versions. It's like, what the fuck do you guys got against Peter Parker? I mean, you don't see Wolverine dying for good, and you don't see Deadpool dying for good. I don't know if he can die. I mean, lots of people die in the Ultimate Marvel Universe, but there's the main characters are still alive and well in the normal Marvel Universe. It's just weird. So anyways, guys, what are your thoughts on all this? What do you think of this new turn of events? What do you think of this new, of the end of Amazing Spider-Man with issue 700 and the new Superior Spider-Man with Doctor Octopus as Spider-Man taking his body and his life and everything? What do you guys think of this? What are your thoughts, comments, opinions, or disputes about this whole thing? Because it's a lot to take in all at once. But anyways, I'm Mark Rodriguez for now, and drop your comments below, guys. This is just so weird, and I don't know, maybe I'll be tempted to buy the first issues of Superior Spider-Man just to see how this all works out, how it goes, or how Dr. Octopus's life adjusts to basically living another man's life and all that, you know, because I think he has some of the memories and stuff too. It's kind of weird how that would happen, how you can have someone else's memories and be in someone else's body, but I guess we'll see what Marvel's cooking. So anyways, guys, check it out, have fun, and drop your comments below. This is Mark Rodriguez, signing out.